I don't know what happened. We were recording something and had a good topic to discuss, and it was somehow or another erased. But I will try to make it shorter this time. The conversation was minimum wage and why America can't raise the minimum wage unless certain steps are taken before this is done. And it all having to do with what the president did in 2008 when he lent every bank and corporation $50 billion or more of the people's money. In some cases, I found banks went back, or corporations went back 30 times with other names they used and borrowed $50 billion and got $50 billion of the people's money. And the U.S. government have no way of finding this out. I sent them information on it, but I'm a dummy. So what they did, they borrowed this, got this $50 billion that was given out, and allowed the corporation to go in default. But meantime, the corporation they formed went in default, but they kept this money. And the United States government, the Secretary, what you call him, the U.S. the guy in charge of all of this, the U.S. Attorney General, they don't know. They don't know how to recover this money, but I do. I found I found 30. I found one company had 30 names. They all fell into default, and they took their $50 billion and ran with it. That's how mathematically we are illiterate here. Because they took advantage of the opportunity of the collapse of 9/11, when America was left unguarded. That's another story. I'll cover that later. But right now, the subject is the minimum wage. America can't pay minimum wages the way other countries are and can. Like Australia, for instance, is $15 minimum wage. America is only 7.25 or something like that. America talking about minimum wage is a slap in the face to every American citizen. So playing on your ignorance is you're totally stupid and dumb, and I'll tell you why. When America gave $50 billion of the people's money to every bank and corporation in the form of bailout and stimulus, every taxpayer in the United States became a 61% shareholder of that money. And only two people know about this. One of them is the senator from Illinois, is Doug LeBron, and Jimmy McMillan. No one asked me. When you when they took that money, I don't care if they paid it back or not, when they took it, you instantly became a 61% shareholder of that company. You should have been treated like a shareholder, and you were not. No one said anything about it, but Doug LeBron, the senator from Illinois. And when he said it, I almost passed out. I knew, I said, yes! But he's the only one. America is not in a sequester. America is not in a fiscal cliff. And America is not in a deficit. And America there is no AAA rating. But to the dummies, to the mathematical dummies there are. Now, what is different with this picture? You don't get this in college. You don't learn this in no education system in this country because they don't know the level of math that I do. It's something that you won't find in any college in this country. And if you get a raise and increase on your job, the boss pay you an increase. Say he could pay $10 or $12 an hour. What is wrong with this picture? Because the corporation borrowed money to get on their feet, they're only paying you your money. Excuse me. Excuse me. You go to the bank and borrow money for a loan for your home. You borrow your own money. Do y'all I'm not laughing at you, but I'm laughing because what is wrong? What kind of humans have we become where we just Can't figure things out. It's simple. You excited you got an increase on your job. If you get a raise, of 12, you get a raise of $15. They only paying you your money. If you would have gotten money for being a shareholder from the companies that borrowed money from the U.S. Department of Treasury, you would be doing good. So when I mentioned on MSNBC, Sean Hannity and Bill O'Reilly, and other programs, quite a few programs, even the newspapers, Post, Times, you name it, I said there is a solution. And they laughed at the dummy. Of course, they called me a dummy because I'm not known to be mathematically intelligent. And I'll say it to you here again. The solution is simple: to get America back on its feet. It's now, the time is now 1:21, May 16, and 1:21 in 1 second, America's problem will be solved by what I'm going to say, and I'll say it now. Waive the debt of the American people. It's that simple. Waiving the debt of the American people will undo the damages that was created by the President of the United States when he gave away this money to some banks and corporations, basically, set up corporations to get this money. Where's the U.S. Attorney General? I'm not the Attorney General, but I'm an American citizen. They borrowed money 30 times. We went back 30 times and borrowed $50 billion. No, they couldn't pay it back, and they just folded the businesses. But they was rich with $50 billion. The American government never went after them because they don't. I'm sorry for laughing, but I'm a dummy. They never went after them because they don't know. They don't know what they did. Oh my goodness. What a country. What a country. Listen, I gotta get off. I'm gonna sign off now because we are suffering from the lack of leadership in this country. And all the programs we have in Washington, D.C., all the senators and all the programs set aside to help the American people, they just need to do away with them because they're just no good. The American people are being misrepresented by all of them. The Ways and Means Committee, the Oversight Committees is all bullshit. President of the United States, all bullshit. So what are we going to do? I don't know. Email me. I'm Jimmy McMillan, running for governor of the state of New York in 2014 to give the Rent Too Damn High Party take it to the next level. We also had an election April 1st in Washington, D.C., where Rent Too Damn High Party had 30 candidates on the ballot, but the Board of Election took the word damn out of my name, and 5 candidates got elected as delegates under the Democratic State Committee in Washington, D.C. on April 1st. They were sworn in on the 15th, I believe. Now I got to take the Board of Election to court. And go to rent2damhigh.org. You're going to see a court order I have preserving and intensifying force of the word damn to make sure that no one can remove it. So I'm preparing papers right now to take the Board of Election in Washington, D.C. to court so that the name damn can be restored back to my party name. But go to rent2damhigh.org and leave us a donation. Something. I can't help anyone because I don't have the resources to do it. But anyway, that's the level of intelligence I bring that I can't describe it and won't describe it to you. It's something special. And I'm gifted with a talent. And I know it. And I will explain more to you, but not now. I don't want them to use my little sound bites as an elevator for them to get elected to public office because there's something they're missing. And I can solve this nation's problem in a heartbeat if someone just give me a chance to speak to the Congress, to speak to the state legislative bodies, to speak to city councils all across the country. Don't be afraid to invite me. Put my black guys on a plane and say, come on, we want you to talk to us and tell us what we can do. Say, if the president don't do this, this is something that can be done from the mayor's level to the governor's level to the president. I put those levels because each one of these city, towns, and counties can invite me And they can do it, and then the governor, because you have a U.S. representative in the states, that can help get things done. I know a way I can tell them what to do, and they can still get help in your state from the money that is there. It's sitting right there in the U.S. Department of Treasury, but no one seems to know how to get it but Jimmy McMillan. So email me at Damn Red Party. Look in the description as an email address there. Go to my website too and look at the court order I have there. Y'all know I love you. Until next time, if you have any questions, email me and I'm here. Thank you for listening and watching. This is Jimmy McMillan, the founder of the Renters Too Damn Hot Party and Movement.